Samanan Dumalang Hello Molweni, Ikamalam Gulwazi, and I deconstructed my faith. I'm going to share with you some of what I discovered in that time, starting with a paper by Dr. Nogzola Mdende, where she contends for African traditional religion. In the paper, African Religion and Religion Education, she demonstrates that not only is African traditional religion a religion, but that it should be taught in schools along with the other religions. Dr. Mdende criticizes scholars like John Mbiti for whitewashing African traditional religion. Mbiti paralleled African traditional religion with Christianity, saying animal sacrifices and prayers were made directly to the Supreme Being. Mbiti also described the Supreme Being as being omnipresent, omnipotent, transcendent, and eternal. This implies African deities have the same attributes as the Christian God, which, according to Mdende, is not true. She quoted Okot Pipitek saying, Mbiti dresses up African deities in Hellenistic robes and parades them before the Western world, describing these actions as betrayal and evidence of the colonization of the mind. Dr. Mdende defines African traditional religion as beliefs, rituals, and ethics revolving around Untu, from whom all Black Southern African peoples come from. Furthermore, when someone does something the traditional way, it is said, uyenza isintu, just as wearing traditional clothing is ukunxiba isintu. Lastly, Ntu is connected to kindness, known as ubuntu. As people of the same origin, intrinsic to isintu is being communal, hence the saying, a person is a person through persons. The lives of the Bantu are very intertwined with the spirits among them. Joshua Slinger found that the homestead is believed to be protected by the clan ancestors of the head of the homestead. Their special abode is the kraal, Ubhlanti. Other sacred spaces include Inkundla, which is the space between Ubhlanti and the main hut, and the last one is the main hut, which is actually called Indlu Enkulu. While the Supreme Being is seen as beyond human understanding and too far removed from human beings, the ancestors are ever present. The living communicate with their ancestors throughout their lives. This entails sacrifices, prayers, and chants presented by the head of the household as the designated religious practitioner acting on behalf of the family. Here, the concept of heaven, hell, and judgment does not exist. Instead, one receives both their punishment and salvation in their lifetime in the form of sickness, misfortune, locusts and drought, or success and rainfall. If the sufferer did not commit any offenses against the ancestors, the cause is witchcraft. 26 Sangoma informants were consulted by Agnieszka Podeleka in investigating the native myth of origin. According to them and the 19th century researchers' informants, the Zulu deity Unkulunkulu was born from the reeds which covered the earth, and from the other reeds he broke out people and animals. There's no consensus on who created the reeds. Some say they were created by Uhlanga, the lord of the sky, who then brought all the people from the reeds, and Unkulunkulu was the first one, hence he was the first ancestor. Others say Unkulunkulu made the reeds. According to Mduze's citation of Chedesta, the Zulu, Swati, Xhosa, and Tsonga point to the reeds as their place of origin. The Tswana say a hole in a rock at Lo near Muchudi, while the Mpondo, Southern Sotho, Venda, and Tsonga say they emerged from a hole in the ground. The earliest written accounts taken from original renditions from the Xhosa specifically locate these origins eLuhlangeni, which is the place of the reeds, where Abantu Bomlambo, the mythical river people, made residence. According to Joshua Slingers, the river people stayed behind and have their own chiefs and cattle and clans. A chapter of A.T. Bryant's The Zulu, as they were before the white man came, details a series of rituals performed by young girls and women to plead with and later thank the corn mother and sky princess called Unomkhubulwane. And then it quotes Callaway saying, it is possible that the word Uqamata will, upon extensive investigation, be found to be the name of an ancestor in accordance with the religious legends of other tribes. Dr. Mdende says Qamata or Umdali is believed by many scholars as being different from the Christian God who is worshipped directly or through Christ. Uqamata was not known as a supreme being by the researchers. There's no proof that the Mpondo believed in a supreme being or beings other than Amatongo before contact with the Europeans. According to Wilson, the Mpondo had two words, Umdali and Umenzi, which might suggest a belief in a creator, but there's no system of rights or complex of beliefs connected with the words. In order to decolonize African spirituality, one must firstly deny Christ, secondly, erase all notions of a loving God who invites people to come boldly into his presence, and third, you have to forget about eternal peace with him in heaven.